going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another gorgeous day in Pennsylvania where we are going to be talking about some hidden features on the 2020 Denali that I hadn't figured out, that the salesman never told me, and that are actually kind of new to the GM lineup of heavy-duty trucks that I think are actually really nice. They're these small hidden features that were actually turned off and I didn't realize even existed until I took about 35 minutes to explore the infotainment system and ended up discovering them. They're kind of cool. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about those packages right there. This is not a sponsored ad, but rather just kind of a little product highlight for the Next-based dash cams. I'd actually wanted to get dash cams for my personal truck, which is the 2020 Denali, and for my wife's vehicle, which is kind of like our amphibious excursion vehicle, just so I can kind of keep an eye on things on the road at any given point in time. Now, this is not a paid promotion, but I wanted to share it with you guys as I feel like in today's driver's market, it's not a bad idea to have some eyes that will have a memory that you can access and rewatch, if you catch my drift. But Next-based did send me these cameras, so I'm gonna give you guys an honest look at these things. They're pretty slick, they're small, they pack a lot of features, and I feel like they're gonna do exactly what I want them to do if I ever need to go back and revert to watching the footage. Again, I wanna put one in the 2020 Denali because that's kind of my personal truck that I'm driving all the time, and I wanna throw one in the wife's Jeep so that way if anything ever happens with her, we have a credible source of backup data that we can revert to, God forbid we ever have to. Now, I hope that we don't ever have to do that, but you can never be too safe. It's kind of like a modern day insurance policy that's not required, but it's a really good idea. Again, you wanna make sure that you've got pretty much everything in your corner, God forbid you ever need to flex on it. So I'm gonna leave that one right there because that one's for the wife's Jeep. I already kind of broke into this one because I was slightly impatient, but I wanna show you guys what we got. So we've got the memory card for the device. We've just got, like, let's see here, a little 32 gigabyte card. It's got the adapter as well. And then this is the Next-based 422. It's one of the more premium camera options. They do have a slew of ones available that come at different price points and budget points. Just some features of this thing which are pretty important. You don't want to get like a cheap dash camera that has crappy quality. It's kind of like poor security cameras. What's the point if you can't use the footage and make out detail, right? Kind of like all the security cameras that I have around my house and around the shop. They record top-notch quality during the day and at night, so that way if I ever have to use it, I can. So this camera shoots 1440p video. It's got a touchscreen on it, GPS location and speed. You can connect it to Wi-Fi. It's got emergency response, and it has built-in Alexa. You can be like, hey, yo, Alexa, make sure you get this right here. And then what's included in here, we've got the camera, the Click and Go Pro mount, the 12 to 24 volt power adapter, which is like 4 meters long, it's pretty long, USB cable, suction mount, power cable, fitting tool, and a quick start guide. My inner video enthusiast is screaming right now. And today, you know what, boys? We might as well just get this thing thrown into the Denali. So here's the camera. It literally, it has about the same weight as a GoPro. It's really nice, actually. This dash cam has a touchscreen, blah, 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 blah. So it looks like I have to charge it before using it per the instructions, which I can deal with. Gotta follow the rules. Then we've got all this stuff here. We've got the cable fitting tool. Here's the 12 to 24 volt. I don't know where we're gonna run it, but we're gonna figure that out. Charging cable, suction thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing installed real quick, get it charged up, and I'm gonna show you guys the finished product. I'm pretty excited about this. So we've got this thing charging here. It's about done, and I downloaded the Next-based app, which is another thing I actually really like about this is you can have it connected to your phone so you can grab footage on the go if need be. Sick. Now that that's done, we got the last step in the process here, boys. And that is to throw it into the 2020. Then we should be ready to rock and roll. Got the little front thing pulled off. And the camera's got a 1.3 f-stop too, so it should have really good night visibility. All right, let's do this. Let's start the truck. So there's our view. From the driver's side, that's about all you see. But boom, boys, we got ourselves a dash cam. She's ready to rock and rumble. All right, boys, before we jump into these features, I need to run in here because I have a limited product that's about to come out for DDG number 5, and I can't wait to show you guys. Hang tight. Hot off the press, boys. We're not Gildan, though. We don't print on Gildan. Gildan is just terrible quality. We would never, ever do that around here. Quality over quantity, boys. Quality over quantity. Told you guys we're gonna be working on some really special releases for DDG number 5, and being that we're going through the change of season, except for those that are out in California, we're changing up the product portfolio for the limited products a little bit, and boys, this is what we're looking at here. We're not really sure colorways yet, but we got two kind of drastically different options for flannels. Yes, boys, you heard that right. We got flannels. We got double-line quilted flannels that are heavy and they're so comfortable. And then we've got our traditional style flannel. I don't know what color we're doing yet, but selfishly, I wanted to print a whole bunch of them so that way I could see what they look like, and they are super freaking nice. Check out that embroidery. Check out that quality, boys. I don't know what we're gonna be doing quite yet, but what I can promise you guys is that there will be some limited light flannels coming for the beginning of DDG number 5. maybe by the end of DDG number 5, we're gonna have the heavy quilted ones that are like jackets. I love wearing them. I don't know about you guys. And then for DDG number 6 and our final giveaway for the year, we will have some heavier products like jackets and stuff like that coming out, but limited quantities only, so you gotta grab them while you can. I can't wait to wear these, but unfortunately it's not gonna be today because it's still kind of hot out. All right, boys, that said, let's go find ourselves a nice little cozy area and talk about some hidden features on the 2020 Denali. Boys and girls, we found ourselves a nice little nook in this kind of business parking lot area, but it's gonna do. It's gonna do. It's a good little spot. Good little spot. We're out here, and it's not like people can judge us as I'm talking to this camera. Although the wind is kind of little heavy today, it's somewhat breezy. I'm really hoping that it doesn't come through, but if it does, I just hope it doesn't. I haven't really had a lot of time to play around with the infotainment feature. God, is that hat straight? It just seems like it's all off today. So today's video is going to be about a few hidden features that I didn't know existed on the 2020 Denali. Now, before I made this video, I did kind of somewhat reference check myself because I was going to say on the 2020 Denali they're exclusive, but they're actually for the L5P in general. I haven't had the opportunity to play around with all of them, so we're going to go kind of write down the list of some of the hidden options that were disabled when I got this truck, so it's not like I was informed of them as I had mentioned in my intro. Rather, I kind of just had to figure them out myself. But then again, the sales guy asked me if I wanted him to give me an overview, and I respectfully declined because I said I kind of wanted to figure it out myself, so I guess I'm kind of stubborn. All right, boys and girls, so let's go to home, let's go to settings, and let's go right down the list. Here we have kind of system, apps, and vehicle. We're gonna go to vehicle because that's really kind of where we are. We've got some things in here, like there's associated stuff here. So like, for instance, if you have a kid in your back seat, you can turn that on just to, well, give you the friendly reminder if they're not screaming their faces off that day, or if you have a quiet kid, or I guess if you have dogs. But just don't forget, be responsible, be a responsible parent. So we're gonna turn that off. Going down the list here, we got climate and air quality, fan speed, medium, blah, blah, blah. So you can turn that on. Auto rear defog, yes. Rapid heat, elevated idle. Notice how the dash is actually not centered on elevated idle. So that was actually turned off when I got the truck. You can see elevated idle's turned off. We're gonna turn it on. So I'm like, all right, cool, I turned it on. Where's elevated idle? Because we're like at 600 RPMs right now. Well, it didn't turn on. So I did a little bit of research and I found an awesome YouTube video that actually showed that you can turn it on. I didn't want to go to the manual. I probably should have. I did go into the manual for some of the features that I found later. So right here, I watched the video. This is gonna be the first time me trying it. So if it doesn't work, I guess I'm gonna be embarrassing. If you double tap the cruise control button, then you hit set, it's gonna go on the high idle. So let's try it. Guess that didn't work. 1, 2, go. Nope. I kid you not, I watched this video right here and it told me that I could do that.
As soon as you do that,
see
there, it comes up fast idle and you're now pulling 1200 RPM.
What? It worked perfectly. Let's see what the comments say. Thanks for the tip. I'm glad I read this. Maybe we'll turn on the e-brake with our button. Okay, cool. Let's do this. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nope. I guess that it is actually an additional option. You have to have the built-in high idle switch UF3. See, boys, that's why you gotta do your research. Holy, not focus. Better. It's focused now, it's nice. But I guess I don't have it. So that's one thing that we're not gonna play around with today. But another thing, if we just ignore the fact, I was excited about that. I was honestly excited about that, kind of bummed out right now. Comfort and convenience. So the reverse tilt mirror, you can either turn that off, which it's programmed off from the factory, at least it was for me. You can have it on for the driver and passenger side, so when you go into reverse, it'll actually go down on both sides. And then go back up with the cameras. You can have it on for the driver's side or on for the passenger side or off. Now, I decided to have it off because I actually don't think it's necessary with the lower blind spot mirrors. You can already kind of see down that way. And then up top, it's nice to see what's directly behind you. Whereas if you have it on and you go into reverse, from the same perspective, it's kind of like they do the same thing. It's like I don't need to look at the same angle twice. Rather, I like to use the top mirror for one thing and the bottom mirror for the other, kind of like the way that they're designed. So that's gonna stay off. We've got the chime volume. You can adjust that if you'd like. And then we've got the remote folding mirror. So if you turn that off, it's not gonna do it. It was off from the factory. I decided to turn it on. And basically what that is if you get out of the truck with your key fob, you can actually remote fold in the mirrors by holding the lock button. And there they go. And then if you want to do the opposite, when you're going to unlock it, you can either unlock it or double tap and hold. and it will fold them out. Ooh, we're jamming, boys! Holy crap! Wow, woo! Jeez. So there you have that option with the key fob. Now, I didn't know that that existed previously, but I think that that's kind of a cool feature, kind of like very Mercedes-esque. I think you can do it on the Volkswagens as well. And then if we go down to lighting, you can adjust your vehicle locator lights and all that. Power door locks, okay. Remote unlocks and start. So you can kind of change all the haptics here. Pretty standard GM. But the one thing that's new to me is the remote window operation. Pretty much the one thing that I was familiar with on my old Volkswagen is my old TDI. You could actually put the key in the door and turn it left to make the windows go down. Was it left? Or right. You can turn it one way to make the windows go down and then the other way to make the windows go up. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I wonder how it works. I'm gonna turn it on. And it's remote activated again. So if we go back out and we grab our trusty dandy handy little doohickey here and you hold the, let's go ahead and lock it, and you hold the unlock button, you'll see the windows go down. And I'm like, oh wow, that's really freaking cool. I like that, especially on hot days like today. You can just go boom, boom, hold it from when you're walking up to the vehicle. You can let all that ridiculously hot, humid heat escape out of the cabin so you can get in and breathe fresh rather than feel like you're getting suffocated. Then I'm like, all right, cool, well, you know, if I leave the windows down because it's a hot day, but it looks like it's humid outside and potentially it's gonna rain like it is today, well, I can obviously just double tap and lock the hold button, hold the lock button, and the windows can go up, right? I guess not. So the mirrors can go in on lock, and they can come out on unlock, and the windows can go down on unlock, but the windows can't go up on lock. What? I know, it makes no sense at all. So you have to get in, and rather than being cool, the cool guy at school, and just hitting one button to fold the windows up, I can't even talk. Roll the windows up, you got to get back in the truck and either turn on the accessory run mode or actually start the truck in order to do that. Kind of interesting. Now you do have like trailering configurations, so bed view camera lighting, I do want to turn that on. Bed view camera lighting specifies if the truck bed rail lights are turned on when the bed view camera is active. I like that a lot. I'm gonna do that because I do like to check in on my gooseneck when it is attached or any cargo that I might have in the back from the bed perspective. So you can actually see the little LEDs are on right now and it will actually illuminate at night. So that's kind of a cool thing that I just found out about. The side trailer camera, that was enabled from the factory. Teen driver, sweet. And then valet mode, you know, if you got a nice tuned DURTYMAX, you don't want anybody going out and frying your trans because you're trying to ride it out in its stock form. All right, boys, we had to pop down here at the PO box because I've been getting messages from you guys like crazy that you're sending me your license plates and I don't get down here all the time, but today I could. So let's see what we find. Hello, hello. Hey, Ben.
I've been good. How about you?
Not too bad. It's been a minute since I've been down here. I'm kind of scared to see what I got.
Oh my gosh, I got so much for you, it's ridiculous.
Do I see a bunch of license plates in there?
Probably.
Awesome. Oh, boys and girls, we got ourselves some more license plates and some other goodies. It's gonna be perfect for the shop. Open all alone, Bob on the drums. Another gallon down, boys. All right, guys, so I know that this was kind of a shorter video, but that's where I'm gonna end this one. I did want to highlight those features, and I'm glad that we did. Drop a comment below if you knew that those things existed. Doggies. Squirrel! Moment, sorry, I got a little distracted. And if you knew they already existed, and you're aware of some other things that I didn't highlight that maybe I don't know of, because I think that I got everything off of my mind, also drop a comment below. Now, speaking of the 2020, we have another first that's coming out, and it has to do with a mod that you guys have always wanted on the LML that I never did. It should be arriving here very shortly, and we should be able to put them on soon. I'm excited about it. Also, we have some really big modifications coming up for Super Duty Sam that are all actually sitting at my shop as we speak. It's just, well, we're waiting on getting that truck back, which should be coming up very soon, and DDG number 5 is right around the corner. I can't wait to launch it for you guys. Like I said, we're gonna have a lot of limited products, including that flannel, a thermal, potentially another snow camo hoodie. Oh, yes. And some other really awesome things. Enthuzst Apparel's Instagram has now crossed 40, almost 1,000 followers in just this year. We started at 5,000, and it's all because of you. No paid any crap like that. None of the followers that are on any of my pages are paid. All organic, baby, because we're all authentic. But seriously, my enthusiasts, I love you guys, and I want to thank you all for helping us get to that on that Instagram. All of you are submitting your pictures all the time. If you get any Enthusiast products and you want, tag Enthuzst Apparel, and we will repost. That's a mouthful. Say that 10 times fast. We will repost. We will repost, we will repost, we will repost, we will repost. Doesn't work. We will repost them on the account as a means of saying thank you and to show off all your awesome pictures. Your submissions are awesome. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. My like video. Love you guys. Do your best, and I'll see y'all in the next upload. I'm not asking you to change a thing.
I'm just trying to catch a wave with you.